go on along with what you was telling us.
Nah, he just crashed out though. To be honest with you, I mean, I don't know him personally. I just followed him since since he came up.
Right.
I've seen a lot of the beef that he created, but a lot of the shit was him retaliating. You know what I'm saying? He ain't handled the situation right. He ain't have them OGs in his corner. You know, a lot of people, like you got what's the dude? Whack 100.
Whack 100.
He, was mentoring to the young people, or whatever. He in Jacksonville, they ain't really respect no OGs or whatever. They just run the streets. So in reality, man, homeboy, for my opinion, I just think he just crashed out, man. If you listen to his last songs or whatever, he was telling you, man, he was just tired, bro. And ain't nobody gonna come out here with no security. And I don't even think he had his shooters with him. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, he
because I heard about I don't know about the third person who was shot, but the other two dudes, I'm hearing they ran away from him and his body and ran inside the hotel, and nobody even wanted to help them.
No.
You were there that night, sir?
Yeah, we was here.
Wow. That night, can you take us back to it? What happened that night when you were there?
Just 4th of July. Sound like 4th of July, man. Just a whole lot of shots, and then, just got quiet. And from that point on, police was all over here.
If you guys don't know what this witness is talking about, we know the scenery. We broke down what happened already, so we're just getting in-depth detail before we leave. Now, how do you feel about all this, if you don't mind me asking?
Man,
Just because I'm a father too, and I want to get the real Tampa residents' feelings.
It's senseless, man. These dudes, they don't have no respect for life. They think this shit is Fortnite, man. They
right.
At a very young age, and that's the thing about it. These kids, they not even like 25, 26, 27.
Man.
They like 15, 16, 17, and then they getting guns that we don't even know where the hell they coming from.
So that's bulletproof, piercing type of rounds they're getting.
We don't even know, so you gotta look at who's involved and how they getting these guns. This is a lot bigger than these kids. These kids just not running these guns.
So it's bigger than Foolio, what you're saying, right?
It's something. And then in Jacksonville too, they like I said, they want them to kill each other.
Right.
Obvious. They could have been had a RICO case on this, man.
Right.
I mean,
2017 they were supposed to do the RICO, right?
They could have been had it, and now you got the dude Ace. He just continuing.
He just dropped a new diss song again. 2 days of the third one.
Yeah. So I mean, the cycle is just going to continue.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not going to stop.
I'm not gonna put her on camera, but you said it. This beautiful child right here, and me being a father, like, when does it stop? Even if you say they killed your friend and you're getting revenge, but when do you stop getting this so-called revenge that you have to crash out for?
It has to be somebody in whether ATK or KTA, somebody that has to look, man, let's squash all this, come together, and you know what I'm saying, and do something for the community together. Whether it's making music, whether they doing, doing some type of thing to let the young kids know, because they don't have no guidance, man. They are single parents, they don't have fathers, their fathers either dying early.
Amen.
You know what I mean? So they don't have no mentor. So they going out here freestyling this shit, man, and they don't have no clue. They don't have no clue, man. It's a sad cycle, but
what take us back to your mindset. What did that night do to you to see someone being let me say it properly, being murdered that way, in the senseless way that he was murdered? Because as you see, he was chased over there, and then he tried to it showed where his SRT jumped over on the other side.
Jumped over there.
This is after he got shot already. It jumped, or
no? They were at the home suite too. Okay.
Right.
Now when they came in to check in, he didn't get out the car.
Right.
They came back out. As soon as they came back out, that's when they came and ambushed him. So if you see at the front of home 2 suite, come around, you'll see the bullet holes is in the window or whatever. That's where they fired. Then he came around the corner, came straight, and then that's where he came over the median, and that's where his car ended up. So he never ended up over here. The car was over there.
Right.
The car was over there, and then that's when all that shit happened, man. And I mean, it was like, I think it was the 14th, he was telling people that he was coming, and they were telling him in his comments, man, bro.
Yeah, there was, I seen it, yeah.
So, I mean, he's an intelligent dude, man. Dude is not stupid at all.
He's talking to this man, I've never seen him lack the way he lacked that day.
He crashed out, man.
Right.
I think it was like this. I don't think he had the heart to commit suicide and just pull the trigger, but I think this was his way. Like, look, if y'all want to come get me, come get me.
Right.
I just think he just crashed out, man. And he said in his interview, man, the more money he was getting, people was stealing from him, couldn't trust people. He was living a real lonely life, man.
lonely. I mean, it's got to be a burden to look over your shoulders 24/7, man.
More money, more problems, man. You know, everybody thinking that you know, if you have.
No, I like what you do. I'm not gonna put it on camera, but you with your young one, that seems a better life than getting the money they're getting, but can't even enjoy it.
They can't enjoy it, man.
Right.
I mean, they use that money to put bags on people's heads.
My God,
you know
bro.
I mean? And that's another thing. Now, a lot of people not really speaking about that because, you know, how many people, how many bags did Julio, you know, how many bags did he put on people's heads? How many? You know? Oof. You don't know.
You don't know.
But karma's a bitch.
Karma's right.
Even though you didn't do it, your conscience is still thinking about that.
Right.
And if you know what I'm saying, you don't never know, man. You never know.
Well, before I leave you, because you gave me much more than I needed, when I thank you for that, brother.
Yeah.
You don't have to put your name, but what you want to tell to the people of I Smoke Hip Hop Live who are deeply rooted, or they pick sides, they love this beef, they think it's just music, but you actually seen the reality and the grim nature of it. What does this drill culture brings? Let the people know.
You get, you know, a nice 3 meals in a cot, you know what I'm saying? Or you gonna be in the graveyard. You know, I mean, you're not gonna enjoy, you know, having your offspring. You're not gonna enjoy, you know, life at its fullest. You know, it's kind of like, you know, it's a trap, and they feel like they can't get out. But it's up to the older OGs in Jacksonville to come to these kids and try to mentor them, man, and get them off the street. And that's something that, you know, they're gonna have to want to do. I mean, we can't send other people to their community and tell them how to, you know, react and move, but it's really the OGs. And from what I'm hearing, because I go to Jacksonville a lot to do a lot of business out there.
Same here.
They do not have OGs.
At all. It's wild, wild west.
And the thing about it is, what I also found out is they don't respect the OGs either. Right. They'll smoke you like a swisher.
When you have some of the OGs trying to be like the Julio Foolio at 30, 40 years old, what can you expect a young dude to look up to somebody they look at as a victim, a crash out, someone who is not because I think me being in the military, what I learned to be a leader, you first have to learn how to be a follower, but learn how to separate to be your own leader. Yeah. What you say to the older dudes who's around, because I'm going to be 40 soon, what you got to say to the older dudes around our age or whatever who get these young dudes to crash out, man, and they don't have the proper guidance to teach them?
I mean, that's a really good question, man, to tell you the truth. That's a really good question. And once you get in your 40s or whatever, you got a system. You know, you got a structure and you got a system. You can go out and try to help or whatever, but if they're not helping, you're not going to affect yourself or whatever, put yourself in harm's way. These little kids, they have to get touched at like 13, 12, 14, or whatever. After 15, it's kind of like, you know, they're set in their ways, you know.
Can't be changed.
It's not saying that it can't be changed. It's just they got to be shown a different way. And if they don't have anything or whatever, they look towards the street to get those things because they ain't going to school. They got criminal records.
Man.
So it's already
it's a trap.
They got 3 strikes before they even have a chance.
Right.
You know. So now you really can't even get a job at a hotel or at a Walmart. You know. So they crash out.
Right. That's all they have. You're basically saying.
It's the system, man. I think it's the system, man. The more, you know, what they call it, subsidized living, what is that, Section 8 or whatever? Right. That's what creates that, man.
Because they become dependent on it instead of progressing, right?
Exactly. And
becomes a burden for everybody else, like you and your beautiful child. And to see someone blatant, how do you feel as far as the blatantness of it? Like how open it was to shoot that much rounds? That was
they needed that to happen. They wanted him out of the way. Like I said, you never know how he terrorized them streets. They was afraid of that man out there. From what I hear.
He was the biggest op of Jacksonville.
Yeah, they was afraid of that dude, so they needed him out the way. But that doesn't mean that, you know, there's not going to be another Foolio. Foolio just had the talent that gave him the money. Right. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people out there, whatever, that, you know. I just, like I said, that was just really senseless. That was really senseless, and they're going to get caught.
Oh, we know this already. Yeah,
you know,
they're right. They just trying to get that RICO and indictment going
that's
on.
That's what it is. They trying to get the RICO and indictment, and they just keep keep posting stuff on Instagram, and they just keep
I'm trying to warn these young ones, and they don't want to listen. They'll call you a snitch or whatever. Even while you're trying to obtain information to help them out, listen, you're crashing out. Not only Foolio, they got your names already. They know who did X, Y, and Z. They're building up a certain case on you that can't be refuted when they go to the magistrate. They got all their P's and Q's. It's a wrap for you.
It wasn't smart, man, because if they was gonna do it, they should have did it when he was over there at the party, like on.
Oh, you're a smart dude, right?
They did it on there. This right here, they got cameras. These are like 4K cameras, like NASA. Everything that's like from USF up and around here, these are like.
I mean, you're by USF,
and
you
the
know.
reason why they're not gonna tolerate it is because this is a tourist area.
Amen.
All right, these are innocent people that could have got shot.
Right.
So I mean,
and you're hurting money right now.
Not only are they going to get charged for murder, they're going to get charged for attempted murder. Those bullets that went into that hotel.
I didn't even think about that part. You're right.
God, they didn't get hit, but it's an attempt.
Right. Could you show me the rounds at the windows if you don't mind?